Keep your friends close and your enemies even closer seems to be the mindset here, doesn't it, Graham Foster? The Emmerdale figure has now been revealed as the one behind Kim Tate ending up in hospital. What makes the twist even more interesting is that he isn't working alone in his plan to remove her. Earlier in the week, Kim arrived at Wishingwell for a meal with the Dingles, hoping to ease tensions and repair the ongoing feud between the two families. However, things took a dramatic turn by the end of the evening when Kim began struggling to breathe before collapsing. She was rushed to hospital, where Jacob Gallagher suggested her condition pointed toward mushroom poisoning. Graham then stepped forward to investigate, cleverly diverting suspicion away from himself. As the Dingles argued among themselves about who might have served the contaminated food, Joe Tate and Dawn Taylor turned up at the hospital to check on Kim. Soon after, Jacob returned alongside Dr. Todd with an update on the test results. It was revealed that Kim had an excessive amount of painkillers in her system, leaving everyone stunned. This discovery made it seem as though she had accidentally caused her own condition, while also proving that Jacob's earlier diagnosis had been incorrect. Kim accepted the explanation without dispute, believing she had unintentionally overdosed. Meanwhile, back at Home Farm, Graham was alone in the bathroom making a phone call. He confirmed that the increased dosage hadn't achieved the intended result. Clearly frustrated, he admitted to the person on the other end that he would need to come up with another plan to deal with his problem. Graham's strategy had been carefully thought out. Just days earlier, he had found Kim waiting at Butler's farm for Ross Barton, who had failed to pick her up. Stepping in to help, Graham used the opportunity to tamper with her medication while she was still dealing with pain from her leg injury after falling from a horse over Christmas. Because no one else was present when Kim later took the tablets, she had no reason to suspect anything unusual. As a result, Kim blamed herself entirely and never once considered that Graham had set her up. Now the question remains, what will Graham do next? And who is secretly working alongside him? Emmerdale's Jacob is set to make a heartbreaking mistake in the ongoing hospital storyline involving Dr. Todd. Jacob Gallagher faces a disastrous situation at work next week, as one wrong decision leads to serious consequences connected to his strict superior. During a terrifying moment involving the doctor's father, Jacob chooses the wrong course of action, putting himself in trouble with his boss. The question is whether those close to him will notice just how much he's struggling. An insider revealed that Jacob's experience as a trainee doctor has been extremely difficult so far, as he feels completely overwhelmed by the constant pressure placed on him. Things are set to spiral further when he makes a major error during one of his most challenging shifts in A&E. Dr. Todd's ill father is currently being treated in hospital when he suddenly suffers a cardiac arrest. With no one else around, Jacob reacts immediately and begins performing CPR on the elderly patient. However, this turns out to be a serious mistake because a do not resuscitate order is in place. When Dr. Todd finds out what has happened, she is furious that Jacob ignored the crucial instruction and quickly takes action against him. Jacob, already lacking confidence, struggles to trust his own judgment, and under intense pressure, he makes a critical misstep. After confronting him angrily, Dr. Todd sends him home when he talks back, leaving him feeling ashamed and deeply upset as he leaves the hospital in tears. As Jacob reaches his limit, Kerry Wyatt begins to sense that something isn't right. Her concerns grow stronger later when she overhears Dr. Todd shouting at him, prompting her to step in. Determined to defend him, Kerry confronts the doctor and makes it clear she won't be intimidated. However, Dr. Todd's reaction leaves her completely stunned. She responds by listing all of Jacob's errors during his placement, insisting her behavior is justified, which leaves Kerry worried that her intervention may have made matters worse. Now the question remains, has Kerry unintentionally made Jacob's situation even more difficult? Emmerdale actor Ash Palmisciano has spoken about the powerful effect of the Matty Barton storyline while marking Trans Day of Visibility. He first joined the soap in 2018 as its first transgender performer, taking part in a storyline that saw his on-screen mother struggle to accept him after his return to the village. Since then, he has appeared in several major plots, including one in 2024 where Matty became a target of transphobic abuse. In a video shared on Instagram, the actor revealed that he recently met a young trans individual who had been forced to leave home at a young age by their mother. He explained that the person went on to live with their grandmother, who regularly watched Emmerdale and was familiar with Matty's story. Years later, that individual has grown into a successful teacher and now shares a strong bond with their grandmother, who was able to better understand their experience through the storyline. He went on to stress the importance of visibility, saying it plays a vital role, and wished his followers a happy Trans Day of Visibility. Palmiciano originally secured the role after working alongside Emmerdale producers and contributing to the storyline in collaboration with the charity All About Trans. Reflecting on how he was cast, he shared in a past interview that he attended a meeting and was unexpectedly asked to audition, which he eagerly accepted. Looking back on the response to his casting, he admitted he anticipated some reaction, but was surprised by the level of impact it had. He also mentioned receiving many heartfelt messages from viewers about how the storyline had influenced them, describing it as more than he could have hoped for. Emmerdale viewers believe a major shift is coming as Joe Tate's true nature is set to be fully revealed. Fans are convinced that a significant turning point must be approaching, as Joe's actions are finally catching up with him in upcoming scenes. The character returned in 2024, quickly stirring up trouble in the village once again. His chaos began with a desperate search for a kidney donor, leading to a shocking chain of events. After drugging Noah Dingle and leaving him disoriented on the road, Joe indirectly caused a devastating limousine crash on Valentine's Day that resulted in 3 deaths. His secrets were initially exposed during a dramatic gathering at Home Farm, and later he was pushed from a window by Dawn after she discovered he had threatened her daughter. Despite everything, Joe has somehow managed to move past these events and continue his life as if nothing happened, even maintaining his relationship with Dawn. More recently, he returned to manipulation after witnessing Victoria Sugden kill John Sugden in self-defense, using video evidence to blackmail Robert Sugden. Through this scheme, he pressured Robert into hiding passports linked to an illegal operation at Moira Dingle's home, ultimately leading to her arrest on serious charges. Joe has since taken ownership of Butler's farm, with Robert now living there, but the Dingles managed to retaliate by stealing and selling their former cattle. In future episodes, Robert comes up with a plan and teams up with Ross to finally take Joe down. Their attempt to access Joe's laptop, however, is interrupted when Dawn catches Robert in the act. Panicked, Robert decides to tell her the truth, revealing that Joe possesses a video involving Victoria and John that must be erased. This revelation raises a crucial question. How will Dawn respond when she learns what her partner has been hiding? Online discussions suggest that viewers see this moment as a potential turning point, with many hoping it marks the beginning of Joe's downfall. Some fans believe this could be Dawn's chance at redemption, while others imagine the entire village eventually uniting against Joe and stripping him of his power and influence. Emmerdale is shown on weekday evenings at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and can also be streamed on ITVX.